I'm editing the video right now, and I was recording in a very windy setting. So there's a lot of parts where my voice is going to sound a little weird because I was trying to cut out the wind while still making my voice clear. And it kind of changed the tone of my voice a little bit, and it shouldn't be that big of an issue. But I just wanted to let you guys know ahead of time in case you were like, what's going on, man? That sounds a little funky. That's why I was cutting out wind and it affected the tone of my voice. So enjoy. If you guys haven't noticed, I quit gtramp like 2 years ago, and I haven't looked back since. There it is. I started doing gtramp in like 7th grade, and I was hooked, right? I was super consistent, and I was seeing results every single day from my consistency. And I just loved the feeling. It was so addictive. And it was pretty much that same feeling up until halfway through high school. And I never made a quitting video because I didn't just quit one day and say, all right, I'm done. That's that. It was way more of a slow shift out of the sport. If you know the classic G Tramp formula, the put one or two ground clips at the beginning of your video and then the rest is trampoline. It's like two ground flips, cinematic shot, trampoline clips. That's pretty much the exact formula every single video. I could probably recreate it today. I would do that, and my ground tricks, people would always say, were significantly harder than the tricks I did on trampoline. And I think a lot of that stuck with me because it made me see that I had a lot of potential with doing ground stuff. And this is before I even really knew what tricking was. And then, obviously over time, seeing more rewarding stuff happening with my ground tricks, I decided to just keep focusing on ground. And most of my videos be centered actually around the difficulty of the tricks I was doing on the ground. Guys, one of the things that really impacted that decision a long time ago was just the ability to do flips wherever I wanted. The world is my trampoline. I'm not going to confine myself just to my backyard. I like being able to do flips anywhere I go. All right, we're going in the middle of the road because we're talking about risk versus reward. And it's perfect for this because this is all risk, no reward. Everyone knows tricking is a super dangerous sport. Injuries happen all the time. People tear their knees, their ankles. That's pretty much all that happens for the most part because you're only really landing. Sometimes dislocated shoulders too. I became a massive pussy when it came to training on G-Tramp. I was so afraid of getting hurt. I would basically just be paralyzed in fear, and it would heavily, heavily affect my ability to train. Eventually, I just didn't train anymore. It definitely impacted my videos and the quality of my tricks because for the longest time, I was doing insane tricks every single day. I was getting better every single day. Every video, something crazy. And then I moved to Colorado. It is so windy here compared to Virginia that getting full height on my alley-oop is virtually impossible without losing all control of my flips. Which is why for pretty much the last 2 years of me doing G-Tramp, it was only based around one bounce and standing tricks where I could use power in my legs and minimize the amount of control I actually needed. Doing flips on ground is also something I've just been always way more comfortable with than trampoline since the beginning of me doing flips. I've always been able to do way more power-based tricks. It's always just been more fun for me. And I think the payoff is pretty worth it because a couple years ago, I was in so much pain all the time. People don't talk about the effects that jumping on a trampoline for 5 hours a day has on your back. That shit hurts in your knees. It really sucks. But as I switched to tricking, I learned how to do proper conditioning. I started stretching. All right. I can actually almost do a full split, which me 3 years ago wouldn't even comprehend. I think the payoff is pretty good though, because I am still kicking. I genuinely don't think if I was still doing G Tramp that I would be where I am physically because G Tramp is hard. It is hard on the body. Guys, I'm actually breaking in these shoes right now. I got them like a week ago because my old ones had holes in them. But now I got new shoes, which is good. It's fun. It's nice. Guys, scripting video is actually super difficult. We're going to talk about the environment of gtramp and the culture, the gtramp culture. I'll be honest, I wasn't a fan. It was pretty toxic. And I get that we were all kids. Everyone's toxic. But I have felt an overwhelming amount of supportiveness and happiness and just a real sense of community and family from tricking that I never felt with gtramp. My first ever tricking session I went to a couple years ago, everyone just welcomed me with open arms, and that is definitely not something that happens with gtramp in the slightest. For gtramp, you kind of have to really work your way up to get anyone's respect. But in tricking, you go to a session, and as long as you're there, it's just good vibes. Everyone wants to hang out, which is really what tricking is. It's just a ton of friends who like to hang out with each other and also coincidentally do really cool tricks. It's one of those things where I just really didn't want to be associated with the culture of toxicity because I felt like it wasn't good look for the brand, even though I'm the last person who should ever be talking about good looks for a brand because I am a brand risk. But that also brings tricking culture into the question because tricking can also be very, very toxic. And I think it is mostly, like 99%, super positive vibes. You just got those few bad apples. I, for example, can be a very bad apple because I can be very toxic. Is that a mattress? Or a big block of cocaine? If I see a single person comment on my inability to do kicks, I'm gonna be furious. All right, I haven't stretched, and I haven't been taking kicks seriously until very recently. Doing tricking means that I can trick literally anywhere, any place, different sceneries, environments with different people. It's a lot more convenient, and it is definitely a lot better for views. It's way better for social media. People love tricking, and I love views. I love seeing my graphs and the numbers keep going up. For gtramp, I literally have to have a trampoline with me to make a video. But for tricking, if I don't have a trampoline, I don't know why I'd be making a trampoline video for a tricking video, but you get the point. With tricking, I could be on a dirt trail right here, and I could just start training. I could just do flips anywhere I want, do some tricking combos. It's so much more convenient. I can trick literally anywhere. I was just in the middle of the road, all right? I was just doing flips in the road for you guys because I love you. I love you all so much that I would go to the middle of the road and train. It's also really cool being in a sport that's growing so global and so large at the time I'm joining it because it feels like the people watching me are growing with me in the sport. People are progressing really quickly. Some people are progressing more slowly, but it feels like we're all just growing together. And it feels like this sport has so much more it's going to accomplish in the future. And I love that feeling. And I want to be a part of it. I'm going home though because I want to drink a water. And I also picked a long sleeve shirt because I think I'm a little too high. I thought it was gonna be colder today because it was pretty chilly yesterday. But I think this combo is actually amazing. White white shoes, black socks, white shorts, black cock, black shirt with white on it, and then white skin, black facial hair. That's bars. You just don't know it yet. I also still have my trampoline, and nothing has really stopped me from going back. It is a conscious effort not to step on this thing just because I don't really want to be honest. And I think that's as good of a reason as any. I could at any moment, and I may in the future make videos where I try to relearn some old trampoline tricks. I also still have a lot of friends that do gtramp, and I have nothing but respect for them. They are awesome people. If you were to ask like 12-year-old me, 13-year-old me, what I wanted to do when I was older, I would say I wanted to be a YouTuber that makes trampoline videos like a little boy. And now, as an almost 20-year-old human man, my answer is I want to make YouTube videos about tricking like a little femboy. All right, now watch this full hyper hook. I still love gtramp a lot, deep down in my heart, but tricking has kept consistently rewarding my consistency, and it's taking me to so many cool places. It's literally the only reason I've been to California now, and I do plan on going back because I love California. I love San Francisco. It's beautiful and it's fun. There's a lot of cool people there. I've grown an Instagram account to over 10,000 followers. I got 8,000 new followers in the last year from posting tricking content. And now it's kind of looking like it could be the same for here on YouTube. I grew my account from like 120 3 months ago to now over 300 subscribers with over 300,000 views on all my videos. And while yes, I still do have the trampoline, and I still do love my occasional backflip to Cody or Cody full, my identity is as a tricker, and I think it is going to stay as a tricker for the foreseeable future, because tricking is something that I have just absolutely fallen in love with. There's also a session tonight at Kinetics, and I really, really want to go to it because I skipped session last night, and I feel like a piece of shit because of it. So we're going to have an edit now. That's going to be in like 6 hours. So it is now edit time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!